So it's the Daytona 24 hours this weekend, and to celebrate that, RaceRoom are doing a 2.4 hours of Daytona. I think that's because they don't have day and night systems, but ignore that. 2.4 hours, it's enough of an endurance race, especially in a Mazda MX-5 or Miata if you're across the pond. I think it's that way. To get in this race, they are having a pre-qualification leaderboard championship style thing where you try and set your fastest time around Daytona, and the top 50 times will go through to a broadcast server for their esports event. I'm alright in the MX-5, I'm not too bad. I thought I'd give it a crack. I gave myself an hour of time to try and get in the top 50 and end up in the broadcast server. Let's see how I do. Right, here I am, Future James, here to talk you through the lap that's going on here, and yeah, let's see how we go. So we're into the first corner here at Daytona, heavy on the brakes, little bit too much there, back end's gone. Well, that wasn't particularly quick. Try and get the power down, too late on the power there. Was a bit on the edge. Wasn't particularly quick, as I was saying. Down into the second corner here, on the brakes, too late again, James. Sliding it on the way in, missed the apex. And he's not far enough out on the way there. Doesn't need first, James. You just went in too hot. Yeah, the next corner, nice and simple. Keep your foot in. Don't clatter the curb like that, James. You unsettle the car. Then on the brakes here. Too early on the brakes here. You can be a bit later on there. It does mean I get a decent line on the way out. Here we go. Up to the most important corner on the track here. Early on the brakes. Get into the apex and early on the power. That's not what I did there. That one. So, yeah, you need to be early on the power because it's all the way down the bank end here at Daytona. Only interrupted by a chicane in the middle. But to be fair, it wasn't a terrible exit there. It was just meh. So here we are, we're coming up to the chicane. Wait till about the 1 markers. There we go, a little early. Not very controlled on the way in there. Getting early again, early as possible on the power. Because, again, this is another long old run round the bank. And it's a long old drive now. As James is saying there. A long old drive round to the finish line. Not really anything but driving in a straight line here. So that's it, that's one corner done. And what I discovered eventually was that you need to be right down by the apron there, just to minimise the corner as much as you can. 9. So we're 2 seconds off on our first attempt. That's not too bad. 2 seconds off. Yeah, a bit more than that, James. And barrel it into the next corner there. Yeah, that was not good. On to the next few laps. I got in there. Yeah, I got in the habit of pushing a little bit too hard into the corners. Had to start to rein it back. Here we go, barreling in again, not getting the drive out. Getting rather frustrated already. Not very long in. We got onto the next lap. We got it a little bit more smooth. A little bit gentler. Got across onto the next one, and that put us up to 151st instead of 230, whatever it was. Again, immediately though, too hard. Crunch. It's not quick that way. Definitely not quick. So here we go. This was starting to become a bit of a repeat. Getting onto that lap back straight. Well, I say straight. Cutting corners, then at the chicane. I ended up starting to cut there as well. Oh, was getting rather frustrated at that, as you can see. So I managed to calm myself down, straighten myself out again, and this is the end of a nice tidy-ish lap. I managed to get myself down into the 207s and go from 151st to 128th. But then it's trying to get the speed back out of it, straight back on it, and I was overdriving, pushing too hard into corners. lap cuts after cut after cut, which got me frustrated again. Yo! So that all ended in the inevitable. So there was only one thing to do, and that was to load up the fastest guy's ghost and see if I could keep up with that. He's already off. That wasn't good for us. He's going to be about 2 seconds ahead at the end, as he comes right round the bottom. Ah, apex, which he hit. Just 3.1. So after a couple of laps of following this guy and sort of learning his lines, learning his braking points, I managed to try and keep up that a little bit better. Will I get into the top 50? You'll just have to watch. Has that increased us any? No idea. Still getting away. He's getting away all the time. Just a bit. Well, even with that little sneaky trip onto the apron there, it wasn't enough for me to get into the top 50, but there we are. I'd reached, I think, my talent limit there in the hour. I continued to slip and slide, not managed to get the power down properly, and again, Jesus Christ, time ran out. So that was it. Damn it! It wasn't for me this time. I only gave myself an hour to do it, and it wasn't quite enough. Yeah, I know the really frustrating thing is, I know the time's there, I know it is, but I could spend hours and hours and hours doing it, and I just don't have the time for that. Still, never mind, good attempt. Try again next year, maybe. Bye for now.